What's good, everybody, and welcome back, especially to all the NFL fans. Today, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the most hyped up players in training camp this year. Now, every year, the NFL hypes up players. Most of them tend to fade out and really doesn't produce in the NFL level, especially if they weren't, producing in college anyway. But some of them are going to be returning players. Some of them are going to be rookies. We'll just go ahead and go down the list of all these players that's getting so much buzz. Going to be league winners in fantasy leagues too. This is pretty much a mix of a fantasy video and real life that we're going to talk about, and we could go down the list already. Now, to start it off, we got to talk about the most hyped up player on earth right now, Parker Washington. Now, before anything before I talk about him, I do like Parker Washington. I get the hype. I do get it. But this guy, he's projected to be a star on this Jaguars offense. Pretty sure projected, I don't know what Vegas has him, probably around 800 yards or so, but people have him going to the moon. And he's probably going to get paid sooner than later as well by the Jaguars. So be on the lookout for that extension for Parker Washington. But man, this guy, he's getting compared to pretty much Amon-Ra St. Brown at this point. That's the training camp love he's been getting. And to be honest, I don't blame people, because at the end of the year, last season, especially in the playoffs, this guy looked like the main target, especially for Trevor Lawrence. And while BTJ was down, Travis Hunter was hurt, it was pretty much his offense. It really was. Like, could you blame people? Not really, because this guy, he seems to be the real deal. I mean, his work ethic is pretty much, it seals it. The guy gets up at like 4 or 5 a.m. every day, gets to the facility at that time, and just goes to work. I mean, pretty much. He doesn't take this NFL stuff for granted, for sure. So I think that's fair, man. That Parker Washington is getting this type of hype, but will he break out to be like this next star? Well, we ought to see, man. We ought to see if the people are speaking, but I think he will, and does have the opportunity to be the wide receiver one on that team and the weapon. But considering BTJ and even Travis Hunter might get some snaps on that offense, it will probably take some volume off of him. But I mean, he's a guy that could separate regardless. All right, the next player I want to talk about is it's a player on my team, and it's Luther Burden, man. Luther Burden, his stock has been skyrocketing, and I feel like a lot of guys have been in love with the yards per route run metric, what he did his rookie year comparing to all these other guys, right? It's a good company to be in. Like, don't get it twisted. Now, these are the type of stats that I'm kind of referring to the yards per route run metric. And this is pretty much minimum of 200 routes. Now, some people have a problem with it because he had a low sample size compared to all these other guys who were really good in their rookie year. And, that yards per route run metric really, it's really telling, to be honest, who's going to be really great or not. But with the coach speak as well, even the coach Johnson, he's given him so much praise throughout the summer camp, saying he gives him, comparisons to Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jarvis Landry. These are really good comparisons to Luther Burden. Now, do I think he's gonna be like this breakout candidate that he's gonna go crazy in year two? There's a possibility. I'm not saying that won't happen, but we got to remember that Ben Johnson, he loves to distribute the ball everywhere, especially Caleb as well. He goes through all his reads. He's going to go through Colston Loveland, Rome Odunze. Don't be surprised if you see some Khalif Raymond in there. DeAndre Swift, he gets some passing targets too on some screens, and etc. So, I in my opinion, it might be a close to like a even distributed targets for across everyone across the board, than Luther just being the sole guy and breaking out to get like 1,500 yards by himself. I don't know. That's me talking as a Bears fan. I mean, I love Luther, but I think there's some realistic expectations I put on him. and I don't think those expectations he's gonna meet anything quite soon, because he's gonna get a lot more workload considering DJ Moore's not there, and he's gonna have some more key responsibilities. So we'll have to see if he does live up to it. Or some guys I want to throw in right here, some established guys. It's like Devonta Smith. We seen Devonta Smith, the guy Heisman out of Alabama. We knew what he did, especially without A.J. Brown in the past. He was pretty good, right? Pretty good. He seemed to be a good wide receiver one. But there are some takes, especially from the fantasy world, saying that he's going to be the next JSN. Like, the comparisons they made is pretty much, you know, both of them, they lost their wide receiver one, like DK, AJ Brown, you know, and now they get their own offense, and they're going to go ahead and spaz in this offense and become this breakout wide receiver. With Devonta Smith, I think he will likely play around the same level as he always did, to be honest. I mean, depending on the volume they do last year, because last year their offense was terrible. It was majority ran in the shotgun, and it was just bad offense all around. This year, with their OC Sean Mannion, he's going to be having Hurst go under center more. It's probably going to be more of a run heavy offense, play action type of thing, that he's going to have to work with Hurst. And you already know how the NFL world view Hurst as a passer. So is he going to be able to get Devonta Smith that type of volume consistently where he becomes this next JSN? And next is Emeka Egbuka as well. People say he's going to probably be the next JSN. We won't know. All right, we won't know until it actually happens. Well, I mean, Emeka Egbuka in year 2, I mean, I think he's going to be solid, but I mean, the same thing with him. He loses the wide receiver one, Mike Evans, and they have a guy in Baker Mayfield. He could deliver the ball to him, but I mean, next JSN levels is going to be insane though. But Emeka Egbuka, he did have a rocky finish last year in his rookie year, which I'm not gonna hold that against them, but man, these expectations through training camp of someone being the next JSN, it's pretty crazy. You're pretty much asking someone to be like the next offensive player of the year, pretty much, and that's high hopes for some players, right? And that's the training camp hype we're getting. Next is gonna be Michael Wilson. Now, man, training camp has been so harsh on Marvin Harrison Jr. And you probably, some of you guys are the same way with when Marv, like, thinking, yeah, this guy is not it. He's finished. He can't even catch a cold. I mean, the practices, it's been rough over there in Arizona, right? And people think, hey, Michael Wilson, he's that guy. He's the lead guy. He's gonna be leading the Cardinals group out of that, and he's the alpha receiver, and he's gonna produce way more. Now that's the hype that Michael Wilson's been getting all camp, which I just don't tend to agree with. I think Marvin's going to be a fine player. This is a guy who still gets open regardless. If his hands are like pretty much, you know, shaky as of right now. But we got to remember his first 2 years, Marvin Harrison Jr., like, he hasn't had that many drops at all, especially his rookie and sophomore year. Like, he had a drop percentage of like 4%. And to be honest, compared to a lot of good receivers in the NFL, that's not a lot. And the offense is going to be bad. Jacoby Brissett at the QB helm, it's going to be bad regardless. We'll see. They brought in a lot of running backs to get more running back and to open up the passing game, which hopefully will probably help. At the same time, they have Jacoby Brissett. It's not going to be good for them whatsoever regardless, but Marvin Harrison, I think he does bounce back for sure. And Michael Wilson, I mean, he thrived as an X, and that's literally the same position Marv runs. I mean, unless Mike LaFleur has Marv running a Z and like running through the, you know, the scheme and, you know, positioning himself inside, outside, like moving them all around. I don't see how Michael Wilson outproduces Marvin Harrison unless Michael Wilson's the X. I mean, during the time when they were playing together last year, I mean, it was so clear that Marv was still outproducing Michael Wilson. Like, every game they played on the field together, it was always one-sided. Like, Marv had the better numbers, he outproduced, he got more open. It is what it is. So I don't see the hype with Michael Wilson being way better than him. Oh, the next hype guy I got to talk about is Bhayshul Tuten. Bhayshul Tuten, man, this guy, like, don't get it twisted. We get it. Travis Etienne, you know, he left. There's a lot of opportunity there, but it usually doesn't work like that where, oh, when this certain amount of volume leaves, this next player is going to get all the same volume. It doesn't work like that. They did bring in a guy like Chris Rodriguez in as well to be more of like a goal line back for sure. Even though Bhayshul Tuten has been given goal line work in the past with HN, but Chris Rodriguez, he is a guy that helps in a committee, and that's going to be a committee backfield. It won't be all Travis HN, or not Travis HN, Bhayshul Tuten, right? And also even their RB3, LaQuint Allen, the guy out of Syracuse, he seems to be the third guy back because he's better in pass protection, and he's catched a lot of balls in college, and he's able to, you know, catch balls in the NFL. So be on the lookout for that, because I don't think Bhayshul Tuten's gonna be like out producing guys like Judkins, DeAndre Swift, Travion Henderson, like guys like that, you know, like I just don't see it. We got to see it to believe it, in my opinion. Next is Kenneth Walker. I mean, I get it. Kenneth Walker coming off the Super Bowl MVP. He is a good back. Don't get it twisted. But in fantasy-wise, this is fantasy-wise. Not even like real-life-wise. Real-life-wise, he's going to be good on the Chiefs. Fantasy-wise, though, I'm seeing him getting taken over guys like, you know, Derrick Henry. Even Devon Achane. Like, Devon Achane's like, even if he's in a bad offense, he was in a bad offense last year. What's going to change now? Like, Achane goes from a bad offense to a bad offense. Like, sure, will he not produce 20 fantasy points a game again? Probably not. Is this floor probably like 15 points a game still? Yeah. Like, if you look at Kenneth Walker, like, he hasn't been like a top 12 RB in his career ever, you know? So, are we going to believe now, like, this is the year? Like, that he's gonna be like a bell cow guy and finally get that top 12 finish? I don't know. I mean, you let me know, because past couple years he's peaked at RB 18 price. He won't be the RB1 on any fantasy team, in my opinion. I'd rather take Henry. I'd even rather take guys like Hampton and Genty over Kenneth Walker. We'll talk about the rookie wide receivers. Going into it, I've been seeing a lot. Carnell Tate, he's been getting a lot of buzz. Jordan Tyson's been getting a lot of buzz as well. And I mean, it fits. They're two top 10 receivers picked in the draft. They should get the hype that they are getting. But to be honest, man, the Jordan Tyson one though is pretty concerning, because they're gonna say, oh, this guy's gonna be better than Olave, and he's gonna outproduce him in year one. Like, slow down, man. Like, do we all forget who Olave was? Even last year, this guy was an all-pro wide receiver. It's okay to be a fan of Jordan Tyson if you want him to be your wide receiver one, but come on, this guy Chris Olave just got extended as well. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere for the time being. He's gonna still be that guy that routes up receivers as well, and he's gonna get his, all right, regardless. He's been in that team, in that system for the longest. Jordan Tyson's just gonna have to wait his turn. And with Carnell Tate, I love Carnell Tate. He is good, especially with those hands, crazy hands. But in fantasy wise, there is a chance that he gets outworked probably by Wan'Dale Robinson, because Wan'Dale Robinson is a PPR target demon. Like, this guy gets target every time. Brian Daboll's with him every time. It's pretty annoying, and especially as a Carnell Tate owner in Dynasty, I'm probably gonna have to witness that time after time, where he's gonna get out targeted by Wan'Dale Robinson. But it is what it is. You're gonna just have to hope for those touchdown big play opportunities, I guess, with Carnell. Next rookie is the most hyped up rookie though. It's been Jacoby Lane. Jacoby Lane has been loved by the media, especially Ravens media, Ravens fans. They believe that they got one. They believe they got a steal of the draft, and pretty much, you know, their next big thing. Now, the problem with Jacoby Lane, I've talked about him in the past in my previous videos. Jacoby Lane, he is very reliant on you know, contested catch opportunities, And don't get it twisted. This guy, if you need a first down or a touchdown, he's there, right? He's there. Understandable. This guy is there. But the problem with me is his separation ability. I mean, if you want to be that guy and want to be an all-pro caliber receiver and be compared to guys like Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, Terrell Owens, these are real comparisons getting compared to this kid already out of the gate from training camp. Big expectations. If you want to be able to do that, you got to be like those guys you're getting compared to and be able to separate at the next level. Now, there's times where in the collegiate level, he wasn't separate. He's not a good separator. Like, believe it or not, he was probably one of the worst separators. This is the lowest open target rate against just man coverage alone, and that's where he thrives as well, in man coverage, because in zone coverage he really isn't the best. He finds trouble finding like open spots during zone, but especially his teammate here though. His teammate, he doesn't have a open target rate at all, but for some reason Elijah Surratt, he catches a higher chance of contested catchers like out of everyone, to be honest. I don't know how. Like, this guy can't get open, Elijah Surratt, but he still made catches though. But same way as Jacoby Lane, just at a lower rate. But yeah, like compared to all these guys coming out, like it just shows like he just couldn't get open. And we're gonna see some cool plays throughout his career where he mosses someone in the end zone, gets a tough grab at first down. That's gonna be there, but is he gonna be consistent enough and like even fantasy value enough to consistently get you targets when he can hardly get open sometimes? That's the knock I have on him. I'm not saying I don't like him or I don't hate him, but the comparisons that I've been seeing throughout camp, it's been so loud. I think we all had to address it and take a step back and reevaluate what we saw, what he did in college, right? Next, Devonta Stribling. Now, Devonta Stribling is the guy that a lot of people say the Niners reached on. I agree. This guy was nowhere that high, but they really saw something in him regardless. And since all these injuries are happening, especially Ricky Pearsall out the gate, I don't know. I feel like this offense is still going to be ran through guys like CMC, George Kittle, and now Mike Evans, right? Until they're healthy, right? I don't know. The injury bug for the Niners is still pretty crazy, but can Devonta Stribling play somewhat of a role on the offense throughout the year? Yeah. Is he going to be worthy of that damn near first round pick, 33rd pick of the draft kind of thing? No, I don't think he's going to be worth that at all. The next rookie we got to talk about is Cyrus Allen. Now, if you guys been on the internet, you've probably heard about Cyrus Allen for sure, man. This guy, 5th round rookie to the Kansas City Chiefs. This guy is a training camp darling. You just look up Cyrus Allen, you're gonna see so much things about him, saying, man, Mahomes loves him. He's pretty much the number one target. He's running with the ones as well. Now, if you don't remember him in college, he was okay in college, all right? He's moved from multiple schools. He finished out with Cincinnati. Like, his college career is pretty much a roller coaster. He had ups. Next year he had downs. The next year he was good, and then this following year it was pretty much down. I don't know. It was so confusing with Cyrus Allen. But what was good about him though is his route running ability. And I gotta look back. I looked up his college career. Like, I meant down up. He did finish good, but he went to 3 schools: Louisiana Tech, A&M, Cincinnati. Pretty much of a roller coaster career. That's why he fell to the 5th round. But yeah, like the edge that Cyrus Allen does have is his route running ability. And if you're able to have that, like, you already have an edge on majority of players that enter the draft anyway. Like, if you're able to get open just pure on route running, you're good. Like, you're good. And I think that's the reason why he got drafted. But like, why he got drafted so low was definitely because of his production. And I mean, we're getting comparisons of him like Stephon Diggs. And if you're watching this, there's someone that I'm close with that does compare him to Stephon Diggs, considering they both were 5th rounders and move the way they do. You know who I'm talking to. But yes, the hype has been really out of control, but especially from Chiefs fans, I get it. The Chiefs, they're looking for that one receiver they've been looking for a long time, because Rashee Rice, he isn't really cutting it. He's just a short intermediate guy. And then Xavier Worthy hasn't been that guy as well. They're living off Tyquan Thornton, you know. They just want some juice finally, right? But one of the guys who's been getting a lot of hype has been Cyrus Allen. Next has been Ted Hurst. Keep it short and simple. They're comparing him to Mike Evans. I mean, they're gonna think this rookie comes in out of Georgia State, plug in as the X role and automatically becomes Mike Evans. Come on, let's be real with ourselves. Next, Jonathan Brooks. A lot of people love some Jonathan Brooks, especially out of his Texas collegiate career. If we're being honest, it's been like the past 5 years. Jonathan Brooks has been able to have like one good season. One, because his freshman sophomore year is pretty much duds. He ran for like 100 yards in each of his seasons, and then he broke out in his junior year, had rushed for like 1,200 yards, right, for Texas. Entered the league, rookie year, got injured, right? Those knees, man, ACL. Sophomore year, got injured again, and now he's able to get back on the field. Apparently training camp saying he's healthy for his 3rd year. Is he able to live up to the expectations people had for him for the past 3 years? We ought to see, man. This is the training camp we're out. We're talking about. People are out on Chuba Hubbard already. They think Jonathan Brooks is gonna go ahead and take that leap already. And then yeah, that's pretty much all the guys besides one. I mean, I'll go ahead and finish it off. Is Keaton Mitchell. We all know Keaton Mitchell coming out from the Ravens, right? The fast backup running back. I mean, there was times the Ravens didn't even use Keaton Mitchell. They'd rather use Justice Hill for him. But training camp and reporters think, yeah, Keaton Mitchell is going to be a problem. Coach McDaniel, right, the OC, he's going to use him like he used, Raheem Devon Achane to his Raheem Mostert, pretty much. That's pretty much what people are insinuating. But I think that's really just Amari and Hampton's backfield regardless. And we can't forget about a guy like Kamani Vidal who showed when Hampton was injured. Kamani Vidal, he filled in that role like right away, and he didn't disappoint for the Chargers at all. So hey, man, if Keaton Mitchell was gonna beat out Justice Hill last year, I would have believed that hype and everything. But man, no, I don't know. I don't think Keaton Mitchell's gonna be fantasy relevant or gonna be that guy that they rely on, especially when a guy like Kamani Vidal's still there. But let me know if there's any other player that I kind of left out in this video that's been getting a lot of training camp buzz. Go ahead and leave a comment on that player, and leave a like if you like this video and agree on the guys that's getting really hyped up now, and subscribe for more NFL content, right? Because I've been doing a lot of NBA recently, and it's good to be back. Going to do more NFL content in the next couple months, and we could talk about every week. So I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys in the next one.